how you been feeling?
I'm doing okay, except I think I'm having some side effects.
As long as we are human, we have a tendency to break down.
From your cholesterol medicine,
Yeah.
what's happening?
Um, it's the it's the aches.
My name is Barbara Jean Shaneman. I grew up around my mother's mother, who was a medicine woman.
And I'm having it in my arm.
And everywhere.
And in
May
my
I?
shoulder.
The St. Matthew's Community Long-Term Outreach Walk-In Center is a community project. The doors are open always to anybody who needs services. The name St. Matthew's, it was named because Bishop William A. Thomas and his wife had a dream about doing something in this community where their church sits. This center is 2 blocks from the Freddie Gray incident. The center was not touched. The community made sure of that. They would not knock my windows out. And they had fires a block up, a block below me. This center was not touched. My clientele is 98% underserved with no insurance. We do a lot of education. We do a lot of management of care. I am their manager, but they learn to be their own manager in the long run.
Patients Like Me was lucky enough to receive a Robert Wood Johnson Foundation grant. The goal of this grant was to really understand how patients look at good care. We worked with a very large group of people from our Patients Like Me online community, and we were able to develop a set of concepts around that. But it is also important to really go out into a real-world community situation. We were able to come to St. Matthew's Outreach and work with Director B.J. Shaneman to interview her patients about what they thought good care was and how that care was being delivered in the community. In our experience in doing this, it became very clear that what we had found in this study, the factors that we felt were important, were being implemented on a daily basis in this center. They're looking for collaboration, they're looking for an active role. They value outcomes, but they also value the relationship with their provider.
I'm living with sleep apnea and narcolepsy. This center is a help to me. It's a big help for a lot of people. A lot of people come here. They come from up that way and anywhere else come here to see Miss BJ because she's very loving and caring, which I think is the most sweetest thing about her. For a long time, I always think that doctors is only out to make money. It's important that who I go to is for my best interest. Good care to me is someone providing me the information I need to know to better myself or possibly stay around long.
Good care itself is just understanding what it is that you want of your life. We make a point in this center to spend that time, if it's taking baby steps, for our clients to understand this is your health. This is a sign of good care. When you walk out of here, we want you strong. Whether you have any type of health disparity, you are strong because now you have knowledge, you're forewarned, and prevention is our key.
Do you feel like you have a partner in the doctor, a teacher? Is it a relationship that feels like it's uneven, that you don't have enough say? A lot of these things are exactly the sorts of factors that interfere with even the most effective treatments.
Clients need to be active in their care. If they are not, no matter what a doctor or a nurse say, nothing is going to be accomplished. They have to be active in order to understand.
Community is important because if there's something that I'm lacking in my life or something that I'm in need of, the community will pitch in and help out.
Community is important for care. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't a community. And the community is individuals, community is a group, community is resident.
Whether you are part of an online community or whether you are part of a real-world community, it is very difficult to imagine that good care can take place and sustain itself without a good support system and without access to the kind of resources that people need to be able to understand their conditions. RWJF is a good partner for this because they are very interested in patient-centered care. They're interested in what's going on in communities with healthcare, and they are very interested in helping to understand how we measure that from the patient standpoint. In the course of conducting this grant, we had an opportunity to share that collective voice with people who are actually building the measurements to determine whether healthcare is working or not. It will have an effect on how we measure effectiveness and ultimately the treatments people receive and also how treatment is paid for. I walked away personally feeling like now more than ever we need to really pay attention to that patient role.
Okay, that's how you actually do that. Okay, love you, darling.
I love you too.
Our clients here see this as a haven. I love them, and I'm trying not to get teary-eyed, but my clients make everything that I do well worth it. Everything that I do. And it's a thing that I could never do enough for them. And it's not a thing of need. It's a thing of love that we share. And that's just so important in what we do. Forgive me. I'm sorry.